Wherever you take that, about 30 and 1.3. That's a distorted. I know. Yeah.
You can't take somebody's gonna get
It's still an average.
Somebody's gonna get 3,300.
But as far as
Okay, you're live on YouTube and it's being recorded.
you click that computer over here. Let's push the guy. The highlighted blue. Jamie, did you say he's ready?
Yes.
Okay. Magistrate Riddle, can you hear us?
I can. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes, perfect. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. This is the special call meeting of the Barren County Fiscal Court. Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Jeff Bott.
Here.
Trent Riddle.
Here.
Carl Dickerson.
Here.
Tim Kramer.
Here.
Mark Bowman.
Here.
Kenneth Sargent.
Here.
Billy Powell.
Here.
Michael Bell.
Here, thank you very much. We have a short agenda today. First, we're going to discuss premium pay. Everything that we have that I'm going to show you is related to premium pay. We had some questions at the last meeting, a couple of things about the premium pay. The question of March the 3rd come up, and also the January 27th or January come up. And Jamie, if you could put those two slides, that first slide on the board, where we can show everyone. Oh, okay. So we have a little bit of delay doing that. So. No, we need the last two, Jamie. Yes, there you go. So there's where your January 27th comes in, where you could officially start calculating premium pay. This is from the Department of Treasury, and it lays out KRSs that support this. So I wanted to kind of answer that question. Okay, if you put the next one up as it relates to March the 3rd, this is for lost revenue. That's when you can start calculating lost revenue, March the 3rd. So I just wanted to kind of clear that up. That way moving forward, there shouldn't be any question about that, but it's laid out in, like I say, that Department of Treasury, and I wanted to clarify that. So today, Jamie, if you will go to the cover sheet of Department of Treasury. Okay, what we're taking out of this 151 page criteria is premium pay only. We've learned quite a bit since our last meeting. Just calling folks up, reading, and we'd be more than happy to give you guys a copy of this 151 page Department of Treasury, and you guys can read it. Call, ask questions. There's emails to email these folks. But I'd like to go to the part of, I think it's page 47, Jamie. Okay, right there. This here, I know the definition was thrown around several times of essential workers. And here is the interim final rule from the Department of Treasury. Defines essential worker as work involving regular in-person interactions or regular physical handling of items that were also handled by others. Now, when I think about that, that's the whole, every department in the county government. Especially the first floor. I know the detention center handles a lot of a lot of things, because they bring them up here to us, transportation, and then our folks here in this office, we handle those. So I just want to clarify that. Also, Jamie, if you'll keep on going, we had a rumor floating around. Oh, yeah, just keep going. I need the deposits and pension fund. Okay, keep going. Right there, stop. Thank you. Cool. Too far. It says deposit and pension funds. Okay, so we were told, and I heard some things in the community, that we could not put any of this money towards retirement. Well, if whoever started that would have kept on reading and keep going down, on the back it says, interpreting the scope of deposit to exclude contributions that are part of payroll contributions is more consistent with these eligible uses and would reduce administrative burden on the recipients, which that's the county government. If an employee's wages and salaries are an eligible use for the fiscal recovery funds, recipients may treat the employee's covered benefits as an eligible use of fiscal recovery funds. And then it lists all the things that you can deduct out of the ARPA. That is retirement, that is FICA Medicare, pretty much everything. And this, again, this was sent to us by the Department of Treasury. And this is just has to do with premium pay. Now, also, the question come up about, do we have to take retirement out of this? Okay, Jamie, if you will go to the email from the Kentucky Public Pensions Authority. Other way. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. That's an email. Keep going. I need to see the heading right there. Kentucky Pensions Authority. That tells us take out retirement on this pay. And it lists statutes that we have to follow. And there's a number and there's a person that you can talk to if anyone wants to talk to them. I think these were emailed to you guys last night or yesterday. So the word on the street is we don't, but the Kentucky Pension says we have to. And there's the email. So when we were looking through some of the things that our treasurer was doing, reading this today, we needed clarity on premium pay. What we know is if we pay out today for our employees, who again fall underneath the definition of an essential worker, because that is the final decision. Today, we will be paying out $209, $285, $81. Okay, the employee contributions, they would have to pay out their retirement plus the taxes. Well, we know after looking at deposits and pensions and funds that the ARPA could cover that for them, and that would put more money in the employee's pocket. And we have that in black and white in writing here. So, and I had heard that last meeting, we want to put as much money in the employee's pocket as we can. Well, here's a way we can do this. What that would do, that would take that 209, 285, 81. Those deductions would equal 43, 593, 97. That puts that one payment to 252, 879, 78. 3 payouts over the year, which is what was proposed, takes that to 758, 639, 34, which is $1 million less than what was originally proposed. $1 million. That went from 133 employees to 94 employees eligible. So I say that to say this. We had folks that showed up. Yes, I understand they still got paid. They sure did. They worked those hours. They did. And I know you guys want to do, I heard ethically, morally. But I've also heard some grumblings in the community that the county's employees do not deserve a dime of this. And boy, and when I hear that, listen, I've worked with these folks. I've been at the detention center and watched those folks clean up fecal matter where inmates splash it all over them. You know, I've been downstairs and watched the deputy clerks and in the sheriff's office bring in what business needs to be brought in. These folks could have closed their doors. Our residents from this county could have went to another county, put their revenue there. But no, these folks decided to come to work. We're going to be here, and we're going to continue running the operation of the county. I can't imagine if we didn't do that, where we would be today. I'm proposing that we cover the deductions for the employees and help them out all we can. Now, we have some examples of the employees, and not putting any names out there. I just putting those names out there, to me, that's not good. I'm sorry. Putting the pay out there, fine. But putting names out there, I think I just think that's slapping the face to employees. But we have some examples. Jamie, if you want to run through the examples of employee 1 through employee 8 of the differences of what folks will be bringing home. So Jamie, if you'll scroll up. No, up. Or down, I'm sorry. It was on there a minute ago. It wasn't on there. There you go. Okay, employee 1, here's the example. $88.83. We're saying thank you by giving them a check for $88.83. This time, $88.83 in June, $88.83 in December. Keep on scrolling. We've gone from the lowest to the highest of examples.
And Judge, these top are with the deductions coming out with the employee paying
Correct.
the normal
That's correct.
FICA, federal, and those expenses.
Yes, that is correct.
Is this per payment?
Yes.
So you
Yes.
multiply that by 3.
Yes, you multiply that by 3. Again,
So that's the top one.
that's your top one right there, 28. That's your top one. I guess I think about the folks that call in and you know, we provide the services for our residents in this community. They all respond to the call. I've yet to see anyone say, I'm not going to do it. I've heard a lot of, from this court telling these departments how great of a job that they're doing. And hey, we couldn't have done this if you hadn't have done that, or we couldn't have done this if you hadn't achieved that. And, you know, I think this is just a great way to say a thank you, and help these employees, because I can count on these fingers right here, the single moms that we have right now that need help. So I'm just asking you, board, tell them thank you by covering their contributions. And I'll take any questions.
Judge, I think that's very reasonable to cover the contributions. That would be 252, 897, 3 times. Is that correct?
Which will equal 758, 639, 34. Correct.
Well, I'll make a motion that we adopt that as our premium pay.
I'll second that.
We have a motion. We have a second. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, I just want to make a comment here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I know there's been a lot of rumors and a lot of he said, she said floating throughout the community and on social media. But I need to back up here just a second to what you said about, you know, the rumors about the county employees not deserve any of this. And I just want to clarify that I don't believe that's the position. That is absolutely not the position of any member, any magistrate or any member of this fiscal court. And I don't know where that rumor come from or who's stirring it, but I've not heard that amongst the magistrates. And I've talked to about all of them. We all believe that they deserve it. We all believe that this is money that has been sent here from the federal government that is to be distributed to essential workers. So I just want to clarify that that's not my position. And I don't think it's the position of any member of this fiscal court.
Thank you.
Judge, I'd like to add something to that.
Yes.
I've been fortunate to sit on this court for 19 years. And I will say this, with all sincerity, anytime anyone who works for the county is in a bad shape, I make $1,064 a month. I will not have a problem giving my salary to help the county employees. Not one problem doing that. So I just want to make that clear. And I would hope that anybody who works for the county or is an elected official feels the same way. And I think they probably do. Somebody's in a fine, you can come to this court and I guarantee you can get the money to get you out of the fine.
I concur.
Guarantee.
I agree. I agree with that. Anything else?
I just like to say, I think if we'd have had all this information before we ever made our first decision, it would have been a lot easier.
Amen.
Just now getting the information we needed to make these decisions. I think if we'd went ahead with it, we know we'd have broke federal law. So I'm just saying, I'm glad we got all the right information.
Anything else?
We've come to agreement. Let's call the question, Judge.
Roll call vote.
Squire Riddle,
Yes.
Squire Dickerson.
Yes.
Squire Cooler.
Yes.
Squire Bowman,
Yes.
Squire Thornton,
Yes.
Squire Algen.
Yes.
Squire Bott.
Yes.
Judge Hager.
Yes, thank you. Okay, next will be discuss the grant for the old jail property. You guys know that, you know, we bid twice. According to the legal counsel for the Brad on this grant, we have to accept the lowest bid. And I know the court wanted to accept the same bid that was turned in by the same contractor. But the Brad has consulted with legal counsel on that, and we do have to accept lowest bid. So the only thing we can do now is either put it back out for bids. I would hope we would, because we still have a grant setting out there that we need to do something with, because if we decide not to do this, the court's going to incur a lot of cost from advertising, hiring this company. So we need to move forward on something.
So you would like to put it back out for bids, Judge? Is that your?
If the court
I
decides.
think that's a good idea. That gives that group that was low the first time an opportunity to rebid. They want to beat it. That's good. That's fine with me. I make a motion, we do that.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Mr. Coomer, any questions? Roll call vote, please.
Squire Dickerson.
Yes.
Squire Coomer.
Yes.
Squire Bowman.
Yes.
Squire Sarton.
Yes.
Squire Houchin.
Yes.
Squire Botts.
Yes.
Squire Riddle.
Yes.
Judge Hale.
Yes, thank you very much. After the meeting, I'd like to see Master Dickerson and Master Coomer and Master Sarton as it relates to things in your district. I entertain a motion to adjourn. Master Dickerson,
Second.
Master Coomer, consider yourself adjourned. Thank you very much.